That really fucked me up. I don't think I'm ever gonna fucking mentally heal from that, to be completely honest. Yeah, that really, really fucked me up. Maybe a couple more years in therapy. So when I was a little kid, I was so paranoid of like being killed. Um, I would this is so crazy saying out loud. I talked to my chat about this before. So you know when you go to a stoplight and you like brake,
Yeah.
like normal thing. There's a red light, you brake.
Yeah.
For years, I would never brake at red lights. I would get to them and I would drive forward a little bit and then I would reverse a little bit. And then I would drive forward a little bit and then I would reverse a little bit. Do you know why I would do that?
No, I have no idea.
So in case someone had a sniper rifle pointed at my head, they would miss the shot because I would constantly think that someone was trying to kill me.
Mm.
I didn't want to give them an easy shot. It was awful. If someone parked next to me at a stoplight, I would reverse and get behind them if I could, or I would look directly at them to make sure they don't have a gun pointed at me. Yeah,
And this was
horrific
before
paranoia.
internet fame.
Yes, even before. Well, when you get grown up in a military family and you constantly get told how don't trust anybody, there's bad people everywhere. And then there was anthrax, there was fucking 9/11, like, my brothers and my sisters and my fucking father tell me how they're just getting shot at. I'm like, damn, you know, maybe I'll get fucking killed. I don't feel like dying. I got way too much to live for. I got to see the ending of One Piece. Like that shit still ain't happening. It's been fucking 13 years.
That'll never happen. Yeah, it's never happening. If you could,
Yeah.
what do you think? Because you said you're very nihilistic and like negative towards the world. You're very pessimistic, I think you said. Does that feel accurate?
Sure.
Towards
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
world, towards the world specifically.
I think on average there are a lot more bad people than there are good people. Yes.
Okay.
It's a lot easier to be a bad person. It's a lot easier.
Do you think that being a bad person also gets rewarded for the most part?
Of course. I mean, look at any Karen on Target. The more you bitch, the more you get rewarded.
Right. Gotcha. And so I guess, what do you think, like, if you could change the world to make it not the way that it is, what do you think are the things that would have to get changed? Like, what are little things that you would tweak?
Okay. Nobody underneath the age of 18. So you have to be 18 to be on social media. No child needs to be on Twitter. They just do not.
Yeah.
No child needs Instagram. They can have Facebook to talk to their grandparents, but they don't need a Twitter. They don't need a fucking an Instagram. The amount of retarded children on the internet that talk shit and then hide behind the guise of, why is bro clapping back? I'm a minor. Brother, you just called me a rapist and your tweet got 24,000 likes. Yeah, I'm going to fucking bully the shit out of you because you're trying to ruin people's fucking lives. I also believe that every police officer should wear a body cam. I think as many times that we can have eyewitness and a direct recording of what actually happened at a scene is required. I think every car needs to have a camera facing forward and behind them. I think that would help a lot. I think more funding to the schools would help quite a lot. Making sure teachers are properly paid to actually do their jobs, because I believe that a lot of the fault of this doomed generation is on the people who are raising that generation. So like taking care of schools is very important to me. God, I mean, that's fundamentally, I think that would definitely change a fucking lot. What else? Ban Coco Melon. Make parents raise their kids and not just fucking slap them in front of a fucking TV and call it a day and say, yeah, I'm a good parent. Probably those things. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. So one thing that I'm curious of, so you said whenever you peg somebody, you're like, that guy sucks, you're always vindicated. What happens when you're wrong? Like, because I imagine we're all wrong at points in our life. Like, how does that get processed for you?
To quote a man who's gone off the deep end, what's going to happen when we find out that Tectone's wrong? I guess we'll never know.
You're saying you're never wrong.
I genuinely cannot think of a single content creator. Oh, there was one. Okay. No, there was one. There was one guy. There was one guy that I was wrong about. over my 6.5 year career, there was one guy I was wrong about. He was a gotcha content creator, and this was a guy who was in a lot of shit with a certain subreddit, and it was eating away his mental health. So I took care of this guy. I made sure he was all right, and then he told me he wanted to go full time, and I helped him with all of his content. And then I got him into a talent agency so he could make enough money in order to really become financially stable. And then this guy blew up, and he made his chat essentially a safe space for people to harass me and shit talk me and accuse me of crimes, as well as many other people. Left it completely unmoderated. And I would say, hey, bro, can you moderate your chat? Like, can you like maybe ban these certain phrases? Like, can you like do this, do that? Just wouldn't do shit at all. This guy was known from everybody for having like the worst chat in the gotcha space. And over and over and over again, I would be told, bro, this guy, like, he does not give a fuck about you. Like, this guy is not your friend. Like, you're being way too good to this guy. Because when I got into drama with this other guy who came after my wife, who came after my personal life, who tried to end my career and almost got me to kill. I attempted suicide because of this fucking content creator. This guy had the other guy's back, and even went so far to meet up with this guy in real life. And that was a betrayal on magnitudes that really fucked me up. And so it is very scary when your chat is aware of people who are not good for you to talk to, because you know that happens a lot. Like, hey, don't talk to this guy. You usually ignore those. I was also warned. I don't know how I can say this. There was a certain point in my life that I got cheated on, and this was while I was a streamer. I'm not going to say when this was. But I had many chatters as well as moderators warn me that this person who was frequently coming into my life was doing not good things. And I was like, shut the fuck up. You don't fucking know what you're talking about. You don't fucking get it. And then they were 100% completely fucking right. And I was like, damn, wow, it's very worrisome to know that your chat can see things that maybe you as a self can't notice as a streamer. And I don't like saying that, because that opens up routes to like extreme parasocialism. Like, I know your life more than you know your life. But every now and then they're right when you're wrong, and it's odd. And, you know, obviously I like to act like, oh, I've never been wrong. That's obviously just a fucking bit. But, you know, there's been a couple times I've been wrong.
What's
But yeah,
interesting is the two
yeah,
examples you've given me are situations where you didn't believe somebody was bad and you were
yes,
incorrect about that, right? Which is
yes.
interesting because I'm curious. The question was actually, is there a time you thought somebody was bad and they weren't?
Oh, my problem is I only know when people who I think are good, and then they end up being bad.
Yeah, that's
People who I
what you
thought
outlined
were,
to me.
yeah, people who were bad that ended up being good. There was this one time this guy told a joke, and I didn't realize it was a joke. That lasted like 5 seconds. Anybody who I thought was bad and was good, no, yeah, no.
Mm.
I may have said, hey, this guy's opinion is stupid, or this guy's joke was bad, but I don't think I've ever been wrong about someone being bad. I'm really trying to think.
Yeah.
Was there anybody? I'm top 5 in North America and Among Us, by the way, so I'm quite good at social deduction. I always knew who the imposters were. Let me think. Hold on. Let me look at my chat. I'm looking for any name. I remember I made a joke about Aiden Ross, but I never thought he was bad. Bran was bad. Then he had a character change.
Mm.
That took 3 years. Um, Now, Shin was always dope. No, MTash I thought was good, and then he was bad. Jenna, I never thought Jenna was bad. I just thought his take on UI was shit. Hassan? Hassan fucking sucks. Miz? No, Miz fucking sucks. Yeah, I can't see anybody giving me a... Yeah, no, I don't think I've been wrong so far.
Okay.
To be completely honest. Yeah, I've thought good people were good and they end up being bad, but anybody who I thought was bad always ended up being bad. Because I think it's very easy to spot disingenuity on stream. It's pretty damn easy, especially when you've been in the space for so long. It's like a big red flag is
Yeah.
Like a content creator who only talks to content creators is always bad. If they have no other friends besides content creators, instantly bad. 1,000,000%.